They say it takes 1,000,000 years for the heat to reach us. It wouldn't have dissipated a little bit over 1,000,000 years? It makes no sense.
Today we look at a man who doesn't believe in the sun. Apparently nothing adds up and everyone is in the wrong this entire time. We've been fed a lie. Now keep in mind this guy is 100% serious, okay? This is not a troll. This guy's extremely overconfident and cocky. He feels like he knows everything about the world, what's going on, and everybody is just lying to him. It's really a sight to see because everything he says is so incredibly wrong with so much confidence. You would think it's a joke, but it's really not. It literally takes one Google search to prove this guy wrong. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to science class and let's begin.
Let's talk about the sun, okay? Apparently, it is 150 million kilometers away, 100 million miles, and it burns around 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like close to 6,000 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so his first argument is that the sun is not hot enough, which is probably the first time I've ever heard anybody say that ever. He immediately starts by misrepresenting the heat of the sun, right? He said it was 10,000 degrees, which is right, but that's only at the surface, right? If you Google it, was the sun's exact temperature. The temperature ranges from around 27 million degrees Fahrenheit, 15 million degrees Celsius at the core, to about 10,000 degrees at the surface, according to NASA.
I used to work at a steel company, okay? To make metal, the furnaces burn around 2,000 degrees. And you can feel that heat from about, I don't know, 25 feet away. So you're telling me that something that only burns at 10,000 degrees can be felt at 150 million kilometers. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does make sense to me, and it would make sense to you as well if you knew anything about science or the way heat transfers at all. So not gonna lie, this guy's argument is absolutely rock solid here. He's saying that the furnace burns at 2,000 degrees, the sun burns at 10,000 degrees, and I can only feel the furnace from 25 feet away. Therefore, it should be 5 times. So I should only feel the sun's heat from 125 feet away, right? That's my argument here. Now, big disclaimer, all right? I'm not a science teacher, all right? I'm a YouTuber, which is probably the thing that's farthest away from being a science teacher. But I would think it has something to do with the way heat transfers through space. So basically what's happening here is that because the heat is reaching us through radiation, it's not actually losing any heat while it travels through space. I mean, it's a pretty simple concept to understand before you start making these sort of theories out of nowhere.
They say it takes 1,000,000 years for the heat to reach us. It wouldn't have dissipated a little bit over 1,000,000 years. By the time it gets, I don't know, say 1,000,000 miles away from the sun, it wouldn't have, you know, we'd be frozen. This place would be a fucking ball of ice if that was the case. It makes no sense.
That's it, guys. That seals the deal. This guy on TikTok, he's completely changed my worldview. The sun doesn't exist, guys. We've all been lied to. It's probably just a block of cheese over there. Let's just go over a little bit of what you said with my 3rd grade knowledge of science, right? You said it takes 1,000,000 years for the heat to reach us. I don't know where you got that from. I'm pretty sure it's 8 minutes, right? Wait, I gotta Google this. How long does it take for heat to reach us from the sun? About 8 minutes. I'm a bit confused because I don't know where he got that it takes 1,000,000 years for it to reach us. That would be a bit long, wouldn't it? I mean, the reason it doesn't dissipate is because it travels by radiation, right? It travels through the vacuum of space at the speed of light, so obviously it's not going to dissipate, and it does dissipate a little bit. I mean, you're not feeling 10,000 degrees on your skin, are you? It gets absorbed by the atmospheric gases, and of course it dissipates a little bit. My favorite part about these TikToks is the comments are turned off. Yes, you really allow for great dialogue and discussion over here by pinpointing comments and selectively responding to them in a way that makes you seem smart. Look at his caption, bro. Start asking yourself these questions. Think logically about the things you were taught to be true. Some certain things are meant to be accepted, some things are meant to be questioned and inquired about. But the problem happens when you go to this extent and get something stuck in your head that is so easily disprovable, but you somehow want to convince yourself that you're this giga-brain guy, right? That's the reason these theories even fly. They want to convince themselves that, hey, I'm the main character, right? I discovered a loophole. I discovered a loophole in mathematics and science and the fabric of time and space continuum, yes. Okay, so apparently the comment section was open back then and somebody responded to him saying, matter deflects and space is lacking matter. There's not much that would diffuse the heat before it reached us.
Nothing would diffuse the heat from 150 million kilometers? Have you seen what happens when someone floats into space? They freeze instantaneously. Frozen. Where's the heat? How did the heat get to us if space is an ice ball?
Oh my god, he did it again. He got me, guys. It's over. It's over. The sun, the moon, everything is a lie. You know the funniest part about all of this? This guy literally got all his knowledge from movies. He thinks people freeze in space, bro. That only happens in movies, moron. Literally all you have to do is Google it, okay? Do people instantly freeze in space? This would not happen. This was posted in 2012, bro. You're 10 years and you're still stupid. They posted this to clear the world from idiots like you. Though space is typically very cold, most floating objects have a surface temperature of minus 450 degrees Fahrenheit. A person would still not instantly freeze because heat does not transfer away from the body very quickly. In fact, I'm pretty sure the reason you would die in space is not because it's too cold and your organs would freeze up or something. I'm pretty sure it's just because of lack of oxygen. It's pretty boring answer, but you just won't have any oxygen and that's how you'll die.
They freeze instantaneously. Frozen.
And at this point, you start to realize that this guy is full of complete garbage. The fact that he said that statement so confidently, so like, you know, condescendingly, like this guy's the type of guy who would argue with you in school, right? He'd be like, yeah, all of you guys, you know, I'm thinking logically with facts and stuff, and you guys are just believing the established order. He literally said a blatantly false statement that people freeze in space and acted like he was like teaching the commenter, like, hey bro, you're a dumbass. Look at my argument here. This dude would have a 50-minute conversation with you about why 2 + 2 is actually 5 and math is like a government plot or something, all right? You'd stay away from these people.
If you're with me right now, we're talking about the sun and how none of the facts make any sense. Here's another comment. You've never seen anyone freeze in space outside of movies. Get real. Okay. But if you Google the information, it says space is minus 455 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not a movie. That's just common knowledge, right?
Okay, first off, I wouldn't say that that's common knowledge, all right? I don't sit here as an accountant or something having memorized the exact temperature of space. Second, just because space is cold doesn't mean that you die by freezing, you idiot. This is why I don't like TikTok. We literally got this grown man trying to brainwash humanity over here. Just because the temperature is minus 450 or whatever, you're not gonna freeze. This guy applies logic as if you put food in the freezer. That's not how it works in space, bro. Also, I googled what I said and I was kind of right, okay? You would still die, but it would be by asphyxiation. I didn't know that word, all right? I'm sorry, but you know, oxygen. Your blood holds enough oxygen for about 15 seconds of brain activity. After that, you'd black out with complete brain death following within 3 minutes, all right? You're not gonna instantly freeze, bozo. You know, I'm really hoping this guy watches this video and maybe grows a brain cell, but chances are he's just gonna completely dismiss it because his comment section was telling him the right answers as well to all of his conspiracy questions. But this is how he responds, right? He basically says, you're all trolls and, you know, you're trying to keep me from the truth. This is kind of when you're a little too far gone, you know?
Really pay attention, okay? Read these comments. My last few posts. All day long, I've been allowing these troll accounts to contradict themselves. And they attack you. And the guy goes, well, so you believe everything you see on Google? I'm like, no. I don't believe anything I see on Google. Go back to school. Yeah, but where did I get the information? I got it from school. Oh, so you believe everything that you learn in school?
Okay, once again, funny how he didn't pop up the comment this time. The one time he's actually addressing a hater, he doesn't actually pop up the comment. I love how he popped up the previous ones just to be completely wrong about them. And this time, when he supposedly asked someone, don't believe everything you see on Google, he doesn't even have the comment. I'm pretty sure you just made that up, bro. Now, the Google argument is probably one of the dumbest things ever. Yes, don't believe everything you see on Google because a lot of them are just like opinion articles or something that makes no sense, something that people have inserted their biased opinions on. For example, you know, like PewDiePie controversies, you'll see a lot of like skewed media attention over there. But 99% of the time, and when it comes to science specifically, usually you will find the right answer on Google, because technically people enter what they find on Google, all right? And these are like peer reviewed, all right? And the best searches get to the top. Whatever people mutually agree on as an established concept would be at the top, right? Basically, don't believe everything you see on Google, but believe like 99% of it, okay? Especially if it's related to science. And going to the school argument, yeah, some of the information could be wrong and biased to your like specific teachers or whatever. I don't know, maybe they're man babies like this and try to get their point across instead of actually teaching the material in the textbook. But usually the textbook's gonna be right, okay? Because why? The textbook was written by some smart ass people or just from Google, you know? And listen, if me as an absolute low-life YouTuber with zero science sense at all can debunk your argument completely, imagine if an actual scientist watched this, bro. You'd be 6 feet in the grave. Anyways, this concludes my class presentation. Thank you for watching. The sun is real. Bye bye.